I'm Boemo Diale and I'm a visual artist from Johannesburg, South Africa. The exhibition at Investec Cape Town Art Fair was inspired by my grandmother's home. I titled it Going Home for that reason. There were a lot of visual elements that spoke to my childhood and my upbringing between Rustenburg and Johannesburg and sort of existing in those liminal spaces. The theme dealt a lot with inhabiting the wild, so I sort of deconstructed some of my already existing themes to speak on growth and manifestation in abstract and interesting ways. I think everything inspires my work, but mostly my mother, my grandmother, generational curses, nature, African symbolism and ritualistic practices. My motivation for my use of color speaks a lot to an inner child. I think when dealing with complex emotions and complex upbringings, I found that speaking about things in an analytical way was not as fun as using and expressing some of these ideas through color. I think home is definitely a state of being, and it can exist in a lot of ways, but I think it's the place that I felt most at peace. And I think because of the liminality of my upbringing, it was the place that I felt most settled. So I like to express that a lot in my work. At the moment, I'm experimenting with ceramics. It's sort of a new medium that I've been delving into. This show, Going Home, was sort of my first test batch. But I think it's just been really cool to see that vessel manifest itself into reality. So I think I'm going to try my hand at that the most this year. My future plans, I think hopefully residencies and traveling. I think that my story is not particularly unique, it's quite nuanced. I think there's a lot of artists and creatives speaking about similar things. So I really want to connect with people in that way. But I really just want to continue to develop my story through different mediums and different symbols. The medium that speaks to me the most is definitely painting. I don't think I could stop painting. It's definitely that ritual I enjoy the most. But I think right now, sculpture and ceramics are calling, because seeing things in tangible ways is really exciting. What would I tell 12-year-old Boemo today? To keep making and creating and being inspired by the world around her, and that everything's going to be okay, and there's a lot of exciting opportunities that await if you continue to follow your heart and your passions.